Oh, hey, how about that? I put the wrong guy up. There you go. Too much Christmas eggnog for me, Tony.
Good
No, that was
morning.
the morning
I gotta,
surprise.
yeah, man. I thought the Grinch got you there or got me. I don't know which it was. Good morning,
Yeah,
Patriots. So, yes, we're rolling right along with reindeer tramping our program, right? Blame it on the reindeer, Chris. You're close to reindeer up there. Did you guys get a white Christmas, by the way? Because I know snows in Northern Virginia today. I'm not there. I'm just saying.
a little
Did you
bit
guys
of a
get snow?
sprinkle here. A little bit of a sprinkle
Ah,
here. That's right.
good. Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. This is our Christmas special. It's going to be very Bob and Doug McKenzie like. Good day.
That's right. Hey,
Coo,
we
coo,
gotta
coo,
get
coo, 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 coo.
we gotta get some mouse. Hey, you know what? If we put a mouse in a beer bottle, we can go into Elsinore and get the free beer, eh?
Hey, back bacon. Yeah, I can say that too.
Yeah.
So, what? Good morning, everyone. I'm trying to get into chat because I can. Good morning, loves Christ, Deborah Lynn, Patty M, and Karen. Karen's here. Hey, Karen. Karen's here. Let's bring Karen in.
Hey,
Hey, Karen.
good morning.
Good morning,
and look at that.
Karen.
Patriots.
Why aren't there chestnuts behind you in that fire?
There should be.
Yeah,
There should be.
they
There's
should be
not.
roasted.
I mean, I did
Yeah.
a pretty good job setting the Christmas scene here for everybody, but I did forget the chestnuts.
So the chestnuts are roasting on the New York subway. Just saying.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
Like
New
we
York
said
Subway's
yesterday.
a scary, scary place.
Look, like we said yesterday, listen to Petula Clark. Don't listen to Governor Hochul.
Yeah. Yeah. So speaking of Governor Hochul, I still haven't got my action doll, my Vampirilla action doll, which is Kathy, trademarked by Kathy Hochul. Hochul. Oh, man. Oh man, I got to take care of that. I got to go to a doctor, get the Hochul out of my throat. Wow.
Well,
So,
yeah.
Karen,
That thing's going to be ugly when you spit it up, Tony. That's all I have to say.
it'll be very bad. It'll be like plan. There it is. Plan 9,
Oof.
Manhattan.
Ouch.
That's right. There she is.
This is too good. This is too flattering. I think this is the wrong photo, Chris. And usually I love everything that you pick that goes along with the segment. But this woman's kind of, I mean, she's hotter than Hochul. Can we
Well,
say
yeah,
that?
but that's like saying eating cardboard is not as bad as eating a rabbit wafer. Okay, that's the.
That's
I mean,
right.
there's a low bar for Hochul and hotness, and so that's a whole different bird.
Yeah.
Chris,
Yeah,
you got to
I
go.
guess it all depends.
Hochul. You got to.
Hochul. There, is that better?
It's like you have to do it like a homeless person on the at Penn Station. Ah,
That girl was 29 years old too. It was awful. And again, I'm not to screw up the Christmas spirit, but you just don't feel safe anywhere in New York
No.
City because of its leadership.
No.
And the state isn't any help. Yet they're still squeezing extra money out of the taxpayer, the
Yep.
commuter now.
Yeah. Well, let's go to happier things.
I don't know. Maybe we'll get the money from the Panama Canal finally. Maybe that's going to happen. Maybe we can make up for the deficit.
Hey, we got Mariano Rivera.
I think so. So what's interesting right now is that do some politics, do some topicality, like we always talk about it, and we'll bring in Angie in a second. Is that Trump is doing one of the things he does best? He's trolling people.
And love that.
What he does, and it's very, it's not that hard. People go read Art of the Deal. Just go read the freaking book. It's like remember Patton? I read your book. Rommel. I read your book, Rommel. So go read his book. He tells you what he does, and yet people fall for it every time. It's like Justin Trudeau. Justin, I'll be hitting puberty next year. Trudeau actually freaked out, and when he's heard about Trump putting tariffs on his state, he goes to Mar-a-Lago to beg for deference, like, "Oh, President Trump, don't hurt us Canadians. We're just useless and weak." And so Trump says, "Yeah, okay. If you're that weak, we're just going to make you our 51st state. What do you think?" And
unbelievable.
It's believable. It's believable.
There's only one book that I think we should be following, and that's the Book of God. I think that should be the one. I mean, that's the one that Donald Trump follows. We should definitely do that, especially in light
he
of
follows
our
that book,
special.
but implementation regulations are contained in Art of the Deal. Just saying. So
well, books here's the thing.
True,
These
true
liberal
story.
liberal pseudo-intellectuals think that they read books all the time, and they're going to tell you that. No, they
Yeah.
buy books to put them on bookshelves. This is why Bill Clinton's My Life sold so much. It's 900 pages of pure drollery, if you will.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
they buy this to show their liberal friends, look, I read books. They're right there. And they see
Yeah.
the dusty books on the dusty
Well,
bookshelf.
let's Karyn, can you do Jesus Calling, since we're talking about God and the Holy, and the Holy Book?
Absolutely. I
All right,
feel
let's
like
do
it's a
that.
timely time to do that. Okay, awesome. Today is December 24th, Christmas Eve day. I speak to you directly from the depths of eternity. Before the world was formed, I am. You hear me in the depths of your being where I've taken up residence. I am Christ in you, the hope of glory. I am your Lord and Savior, alive within you. Learn to tune into my living presence by seeking me in silence. As you celebrate the wonder of my birth in Bethlehem, celebrate also your rebirth into eternal life. This everlasting gift was the sole purpose of my entering your sin-stained world. Receive my gift with awe and humility. Take time to explore the vast dimensions of my love. Allow thankfulness to flow freely from your heart in response to my glorious gift. Let peace rule in your heart and be thankful. I think that's a great message for today. Amen, everyone.
It is. Amen. And we're bringing the rest of the team in. There's everybody. Trixie, there's Angie, and then Chris is already here. And he's looking very snowy. Yeah, he's looking very snowy.
Well, Angie told me to
like
wear a sweater earlier, and when we were doing prime roast this week, Angie said I got to wear. I don't have a sweater, but I have a Santa hat. It just didn't fit over my paper bag that was also suggested to me.
Hey everyone! Happy holidays!
Good morning.
Hey,
Happy
Karyn,
holidays,
nice to
Angie.
see you.
Wait, you're not wearing a Christmas. You're not wearing a Christmas sweater, Angie.
I'm bringing joy. Are you
You're
kidding
wearing
me?
the Joy Behar sweater.
I'm bringing
Or-
joy
or,
to your team.
Joy Reid. That's
Joy
Reid
to our
color.
subways. Lots of joys to our New York City subway riders today.
Joy. That's right.
My goodness.
That's right. And
That's
there's-
great.
and
Have you
there's
seen the
Trixie. Good morning,
pictures,
Trixie.
you guys? Have you seen the photos of no one helping a burning
Oh yeah,
woman
I saw
in
the.
a New York City
Yeah.
They're
subway?
afraid they're going to go to jail.
I
That's
saw
why.
the unedited.
Yeah.
I saw the unblurred version. It's horrible. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, Chris,
God.
they set a precedence with Daniel Penny,
Evil.
of course. Everybody's afraid to act
Yeah.
up. They set a
Right.
precedence, and they let them know, like, if you go and you take a stance, we're going to come after you. This
Yep,
precedent
especially-
has been set. They're controlling masses.
Yep, and that was an illegal a Guatemalan migrant who just decided to light some woman on fire. A 29-year-old girl who was sleeping, and nobody helped out. And this is what the Democrats elected in New York City, in Chicago, and across the country. In New York State,
Yep.
and this is what they want. This is what they live, and they cry and whine about it. And guess who they're going to blame? They're going to blame Donald Trump because everything's the orange man's fault, and you know that's going to happen.
Yeah. How does it
I
set
don't
it
think
up
they
for
can
Tom
circle that
Holman,
square on this
though?
one.
What do you think Tom Holman's going to do
I
about
mean,
this?
Tom Holman's got a big
Tom's
set of
gonna roll right
cojones,
in.
So I think Tom Holman's ready.
Yeah.
He's going to roll all over them. He's going to take care of this.
I heard a few conversations with him, and I think I like his approach. The idea is make it humane, make sure that nobody sees it as a big roundup. But the idea is get the criminals first. Those who have been charged and released, or those who have been charged or waiting a court, they have to go. The criminals were not vetted properly. They have to go. They're done. And then you work with everybody else afterwards.
Hmm.
And
Do you
that's
think-
actually a good plan.
Do you think we're going to be made to call out our neighbors or call out illegals that we see? Do you think they're going to bring it
No.
down to the citizens?
No.
No,
No.
look, that's a Tim Walz
No,
thing.
I don't. No,
That's
I
what they're
think
scaring
what's
people
going to happen. No, what I know happens in this situation. is
Oh,
that
that'd be terrible.
all the illegals have to basically register for services of the federal government. So essentially, here's a hint: if you can be productive without the federal government's help, you're probably going to be last on the list because nobody's going to pay attention to you. But if you've registered for anything, just saying, if you've registered for anything, you put your name on a government roster, and you take
Yeah.
money from the government, I'm pretty sure who they're going to come after first. Just saying. So it's kind of like people are going to have two choices: either you go dark, go quiet, become a good, productive member of society, or go home after you're captured and deported. But that's what's coming. You're not going to do the citizen thing.
Bottom line, it'll be no fun to be an illegal alien.
That's right.
The fish stinks from the head to the tail, guys. The fish stinks from the head to the tail, and there's so much wrong. And, let's also say that today is also the beginning of another holiday that, of course, everyone loves to celebrate, and that is Festivus. So, I know Rand
that was
Paul
yesterday.
celebrates
That's right.
Festivus every year.
Ooh, Festivus, yeah.
Every
That's
year.
the 23rd.
And Rand Paul just put out his report. I'm sure you guys have seen it, but it's unbelievable the things that the government is spending money on. Everything from dogs and cocaine to fish and they're
Oh, come on now,
fish
dogs
drunk
need
and-
cocaine. They live for that.
Well, it's Hunter's dog. Hunter's
Yeah.
crypto needs some
Yeah.
cocaine.
So,
That
all right,
was Rand Paul's airing of grievances.
Yeah, it is. It's great.
That's true.
And they're
That's
beautiful
true.
grievances. They're the grievances of the American people.
So anyway, but one person hasn't spoke yet. Good morning, Trixie.
Yeah,
Can you?
Trixie.
Yeah, we got lots. Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good morning.
Beautiful
What?
background there in your house.
Yeah.
I'm doing good. I hope everybody else is doing good. What? My background is all Christmas. It's all red, white, and blue balls.
I like it.
And as George
Yeah.
says,
Yeah,
the
it's beautiful.
balls.
Yeah, the balls. So you got more
He always
balls than
says
Tim
that.
Walls.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
thank you.
Well, Tim Walls didn't have balls, but that's a different story. So let's
Yeah,
not go down that.
I probably do.
Well, that's his wish for Christmas.
That's his wish. He's wishing. He's hoping his testicles drop, and that'll be a great Christmas miracle. He and Justin Trudeau can encourage each other. They can
Kids are
marry-
listening.
They can do
Well-
testosterone
Oh,
back and
Trudeau's
forth
going to
each
lose
other.
his eyebrows over that one.
Oh no, we can't have that now. Or else the girls won't think he's pretty anymore.
No, no.
We could
So,
go down
all right,
the
so
real
let's-
road with this one.
Well, that's right. So anyway, so welcome all. We're here for Christmas. So let's start right into some of the Christmas stuff. We'll get back to topicality, Angie. I do want to hit some more news, but let's go back some of our favorite memories of Christmas. So no more. And Chris has been encouraging me to do this. No, nothing says Christmas like Hans Gruber falling from the Nakatomi Tower, right? So here I have Hans Gruber falling from the tower. That's right.
Let's
He's
close
been
up on this
falling
one here.
every
It
day.
moves.
Is that
That's
awesome
right.
or what?
There it is. There's
Then is the Advent
he's
calendar to
falling
beat
down.
calendars.
That's right. He's down to only a day to go. There it is. There's the helicopter blowing up at the top. So there's
it light
nothing
up?
says Christmas. This here in my hand. This is Christmas right here.
Wow,
Hans
that goes on
Gruber.
top of your tree.
Well, I don't know. It's got a thing. You can't do that. But I'm just saying, folks, this is just, and for the record, indeed, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Just saying. There you go. There's the evidence. There's the artifact right there. So nothing better. Nothing says Christmas more than Hans taking a splatter on Nakatomi Plaza. So there you go. So Merry Christmas.
Merry
So-
Christmas.
Merry.
That's right.
Merry Christmas. I
As,
guess.
as you know,
Oh,
it's
no,
not
guy
Christmas
falling
until
on his
Mr.
head.
Gruber hits the ground.
Yeah, Merry
That's right.
Christmas.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was the villain in the movie. No, I had to get the synopsis this morning because I knew we were going to
Oh!
talk about Die Hard. And the
Yes.
last time we
There
talked
you
about
go.
it,
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah,
seen
there-
it. I don't like violent crime movies. But I have to
Oh,
tell
it's-
you, the synopsis was entertaining, and the 3 minutes of it was very tolerable.
Yeah, I mean, and by the way, Hans Gruber, the guy that plays Hans Gruber, it's well acted. It is kind of fun. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit violent, but it's L.A. So if you don't get shot by 5 a.m., you're not living in L.A. Just saying. So you got to go out and get some early breakfast and be shot at. Anyway, so in this case, the guy that plays Hans Gruber, Chris, who plays Hans Gruber? Who is that guy?
It's funny. I forgot who played Hans Gruber. How
I know.
about that?
Anyway, so he's a famous actor, obviously, because he's an actor. Anyway,
Alan
in the
Rickman.
scene, Alan Rickman,
Oh.
in the scene, because now there's the reason that Hans is so
Oh, yeah.
famous. They got this is
Yeah.
because I've got friends who are actors, and I technically am an actor. I'm an IMDb and all that. But anyway, so in the scene where they got him hanging, for the scene where he falls, they told him, we're going to drop you on the count of 3. And they did 1 and they dropped him. And it's like, ah! So it's got this great, like his face is like, I'm really falling. So it made it very authentic and cool. So there you go. So that's a little behind the scenes of that. So also, of course, I've got Snoopy.
Aww.
And this is
nice.
always.
Oh, that's cute.
That's cute.
I like it. That's a great song.
Walking around music. That's right. There you go. I guess Snoopy too. So, all right. So, folks, jump in with your great Christmas movie thoughts and ideas.
Oh boy.
Well, here you go.
Yeah, come on.
Oh,
Christmas.
Elf is my favorite. So I've mentioned that. I mean, anybody in the chat knows that. Anybody who's ever watched any show where I talk about Christmas says that Elf is my all-time favorite Christmas movie.
Oh,
Nothing
Elf is
tops
my
it.
favorite too. My niece is in that
Yeah.
movie. She's in the park scene.
Really?
Oh, that's
Wow.
amazing. That's a super cool memory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that- my
We talk
niece
about
is in that.
comedy.
She's in the
There's
park
not much
scene in the
to
end.
that.
That's cool.
Well, that's kind of cool.
All right. So, all right, Chris, what's your favorite Christmas
Yeah,
movie?
that was
since
a
we're
good
talking
one.
Oh, well, that's an obvious one. My favorite
about
Christmas
that show,
movie is
John McClane in the thing.
Well, John
I love
McClane was a
it.
great hockey player, by the way. That's another thing.
Yeah.
No, my Christmas movie, my favorite Christmas movie happens to be Blackadder's Christmas Carol. Great Christmas special, and it features the great Rowan Atkinson. A little bit of that here.
To mention, when you were out there was this enormous ghostly creature coming here saying, "Beware, for tonight you shall receive strange and terrible visitation."
Mr.
Not
B.
mention it. It come through the wall, it said its piece, and then it sodded off.
Oh, fine.
You see, what happens is Ebenezer Blackadder is the kindest man in all of the land. And he's giving away almost all of his possessions and everything and being kind to everybody who kind of rips him off throughout the town. And then he was accidentally visited by the Ghost of Christmas present and Ghost of Christmas past, I believe, who was played by Robbie Coltrane. Great actor, by the way. And he shows him what his ancestors used to do during Christmas. And then Blackadder realizes, you know what? I find out that bad guys have all the fun. So it winds, and he also showed him Blackadder's future, by the way. So he actually turns into the most evil man in the town after being visited by the ghosts, which was a classic. So that was my favorite Christmas movie.
Wow. I feel
Well,
bad.
I'd
I
love
didn't
to
grow up
see
with
a
the
Christmas
television, you
Carol.
guys.
Oh, wow, Angie.
I didn't have the movies. I feel terrible. I don't have a good answer. I think I probably came into pop culture around the time of Home Alone 16 or Bad Santa. I think Bad Santa was probably like how I got introduced to Christmas films.
Yeah, Home Alone.
Well, someone was talking about the Griswolds.
Home
in the
Alone. I was
chat,
rooting
and
for
then-
the robbers.
So
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Well, who has?
The robbers.
Have you guys must have seen Christmas Vacation with Chevy Chase
Yes.
and
Yeah,
McClane. So,
classic.
to me, that's a great
Great
that's a great
movie.
Christmas movie. And Cousin Eddie, and I keep meaning to
And
reach
Randy
out
Quaid.
to Randy Quaid. I need to ask him to come on, but Randy's in that, and Cousin Eddie, and he does a great job of Cousin Eddie. I think sometimes he,
Ooh,
I
Loves
think
Christ.
he's a lot like Cousin Eddie. I think there may be similarities there. I don't know. So
Like his real life persona. I saw some like internet
Loves
viral
Christ.
video yesterday
original
where some guy dressed up like Cousin
Santa
Eddie
Claus movie.
and like went over to his neighbor's house, and it was hysterical. But I didn't really like it. Cut off a little soon.
Oh,
I
see
felt like
that
they
one.
should have played out the whole scene.
Well, that sounds funny. So Cousin Eddie is a great character, and obviously the whole setup for that is really cool. Anyway, but all right. So Angie, so what do you got? What are you doing for Christmas tomorrow? Because we're watching.
Wow. What am I doing for
watch-
Christmas?
Yeah,
Well,
what do you guys? Are you guys going to watch movies? Go out? You live in
No.
like a desert, don't you, or something? It's always hot where you're at.
no, actually, I am here in New Hampshire right now. I'm
Oh,
looking at
so
you're in the
snow
cold.
falling outside my window. which is
Nice.
Yeah,
turned-
that's nice.
Yeah, I'm in a proper, Christmas scene. I almost got stuck in the snow. Like, I don't know what to do. I'm a city girl, right? I didn't know you to like shovel and like, do the windshield wiper thing and the salt thing, right? Like, I don't know this stuff. So I'm like just plowing through with like, that much snow in my car this morning and it's blowing back at me. I can't see for 15 minutes driving on a country road.
That's
But
all
I have to
fun.
get coffee. Right? That's how you get coffee in the country.
This is
So
how you
you're
live
not
up north here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not living down the road from Walter White, are you? 'Cause
Oh,
he hung out in New Hampshire for one of the seasons.
No, but I think
a
Corey
little bit.
Lewandowski is within earshot of me right now, so I got to be careful what I say.
Yeah, that's true.
No, for Christmas, guys. Okay, you won't believe this. I'm taking my kids down to New York City,
Nice.
but we're not going to be riding the subway. That's for sure.
Yeah, I
We're going to
wouldn't.
go look at some trees. We're going to go to the new FAO Schwartz, which is not that new anymore. We're going to do like the
Oh, yeah.
traditional Manhattan, buy all the toys kind of thing, and then come back.
I'm so jealous.
That's cool.
I'm so envious right now, Angie. I've been dying.
Why?
To get there.
Come.
You have to go to the skating rink. My girlfriend just posted photos, and they have these little asprey ski little lodges, and you
Yeah.
have lunch in them right next to the skating rink. It was adorable. It looked like so much fun. Have the best time.
Yeah, no, we did that one year and it is so cool. And you just book it and you have like fondue and stuff. I mean, it's all like mimicking reality, but who cares, right? I can't get out to the Alps
Who
right now.
cares?
But yeah, what are
And
you
FAO
doing, Karyn?
Schwartz?
What's that?
Well, I'm in Oklahoma right now, so I
Oh.
don't have any snow, but it is a little bit cold. But the FAO Schwartz thing, too, when you go there, and I don't know if you have a little girl to buy for, but you can actually decorate and personalize a little mini handbag for them. And next year,
Ooh.
mark my words, I am taking my granddaughter. Have
Oh,
to.
what? Granddaughter? You have a granddaughter?
Yeah,
What?
I did. Well, I have a
Oh, that doesn't
grandson,
make
too.
any sense.
Yes.
That makes no sense to me right now.
What?
This does not
Yes,
compute. That's the
yes, I
thing. It
do.
does not. Ooh, white
That's
Christmas. Here's a
okay.
good
Let's
one.
keep it that way. Let's keep it that way.
Wait.
Good for you.
Here's a good one.
Yeah.
Here's a good one. The Patriots are talking about some of their great movies. White Christmas with Bing Crosby, Denny Kaye,
Oh,
Vera
so
Ellen,
that's-
and Rosemary Clooney.
So let's go over that real quick. So that's a great movie. And do you know why Christmas?
Whoa, that's a-
the song. The song is actually in 3 movies. Do you know what those movies are?
Oh, it's probably more than that, right? Okay,
No,
what are they?
officially with
Okay.
Bing Crosby.
All right.
So,
Oh, the real
so what movie? This is trivia. What movie was the song "White Christmas" first sung by Bing Crosby? And it's not White Christmas.
That's a tough one.
It is. Anybody want to take a guess? No Googling. Don't
Yeah.
get away from the keyboard.
I
No
don't
Googling.
know. I mean, I love it. Wait,
was-
Chris, you brought up Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol too.
Yep, another great one.
That's random.
So anyway,
Okay,
so
Road to the North
Forgot about
Pole.
that.
White Christmas was first sung in a movie called Holiday Inn, which was
Nice.
about a veteran, about Bing Crosby being a World War II veteran going to help his old general out in the holidays because he opened a place in New Hampshire, speaking of New Hampshire, which wasn't getting any business. So instead of strippers, he sung for them. So I think strippers or singing a song, I think singing a song is more Christmassy. Don't you think, Chris?
Strippers again?
Yeah, I think that's a good
Cody,
one.
this
I think
is
it's a
like
little
the-
of both. That would be
say,
nice.
Can we just say, now we're talking Christmas strippers. I want to say that
That's
strippers
right.
has been a theme on the show.
Candy cane
Cody,
girls.
And,
Candy
I'm
cane
noticing
girls.
a theme here. We end up talking about strippers a lot on this show. I'm just pointing that out.
Well,
Note to self.
And hamsters.
Uh,
They talk a lot about hamsters.
yeah,
Interesting.
that's right.
Do they?
That's right.
bunch of-
I'm Nomad Gates. Just saying. So.
A bunch of years back.
Oh.
Here's something funny. You know that movie "It's a Wonderful Life," the one that they always play every year. I like Jimmy Stewart. I'm a Jimmy Stewart guy, but "It's a Wonderful Life" always bothered me. And I guess in the night, but a bunch of years ago, I watched an episode of The King of Queens, and it kind of summed the whole thing up. Arthur Spooner, the guy that Jerry Stiller played.
Yeah.
Well, he was right. He said he watched the movie for the first time, and he said, "This is terrible. I call it a swing and a miss." The idea is this guy is supposed to die, right? And all of a sudden, when he's not around, the town is like booming. It has casinos, it has dance halls, it has everything, all sorts of fun.
It
It's
has
really
strippers.
boring when
There's
he's
strippers
around.
there, Chris.
The guy should have jumped. I agree with
That's right.
Spooner. The guy should have jumped. It would have been a great city without him.
Strippers. That's right.
So good. I'm going to see a Christmas Carol after the show
little
today, by
town-
the way.
What little town wouldn't want a little Vegas in it, right? Just saying.
Yes. No, look at
It
Laughlin.
just depends on the quality of the Vegas. My concern is that it's hard to maintain quality. When you're in Vegas, you can maintain the quality of an establishment that might provide entertainment services. It's very hard to replicate those entertainment services in a smaller venue with less resources.
It sounds like you've had experience in Oklahoma.
Oh yes. Well, yes.
Experience all over. I've lived on this planet a long time. Did we mention that I'm a grandmother?
I can't believe that.
Yeah, that is. I still don't fathom that. That doesn't compute here.
right.
Wow.
Thank you. I appreciate
must
it,
be
No,
very
guys.
sweet.
Thank
No,
you.
it's great. No, you don't, Karyn. Yeah, nobody believes that. So, is this a Christmas wish? You're going to be a grandma, or is it, you're just making that up, right?
No, I actually have a beautiful granddaughter. She's, a little
Wow.
over a year old. She's amazing. She's walking. She's starting to talk a little bit. She says the dog's name, and the dog and her play together. And it's that like adorable moment. Kids are purely innocent, and they start to communicate, and they start to see the magic and everything. So I think this Christmas is probably a little early for the FEO Schwartz experience. But I feel like next year she'll be like 2.5. That's going to be the sweet spot. We're going to go. I'm going to get her the purse, Schwartz. So my daughter's probably watching the show. So I've just organized an entire family trip here live, which I'm now going to be held accountable for.
Yes, you will. This is a deposition right here.
Absolutely. I've done a lot of those too, but we won't get into that.
That'd be so much fun, though. You got to do that with the little ones. They really enjoy that stuff.
Yeah, true. You got to enjoy
So,
it while you
all right,
can.
so-
You gotta take it all in.
So, Trick, what are you doing for Christmas? It looks like you're all decorated there, and
Yes.
it looks very cozy. Did Trixie not hear me?
My dog and open up some presents. And then I'm going to go ahead and watch a bunch of Christmas movies and light a fire in the fireplace and hope I don't combust. That's what I'm going to do.
All right, there we go.
So,
Well,
so we have
you're not on the
my
subway,
son and
I'm
I.
always
I
leery
mean,
about
that's
the
a bad
fireplace,
joke,
but I like
but-
having it going.
Yeah. So my son and I had to go shopping yesterday. So taking an 18-year-old shopping is always a challenge.
Yeah,
So
that,
Yeah.
we went, and of course, I tricked him into buying some clothes for himself. You know,
Oh.
they don't like buying clothes at that age. Like,
oh, yeah.
I'd rather wear rags. Like, yeah, I don't think that's going to be warm enough for you. Let's get some clothes. So we actually went out and got some clothes and did shopping and actually got a bunch of things done. And it was nice by the fact that he's turning 18. I'll be moving out soon. So Karyn, well, you're already having grandkids. My oldest son is 30 and talking about it. I guess I don't want to push him into
okay.
anything.
So it could happen
And then
for you.
obviously my
Chronologically,
youngest
you
is
could have
18.
had a baby already.
Yeah, I could. So, but I haven't yet. But I'm sure it's inevitable because these things happen. I think they figured out now what causes babies. So.
Have they really? And are we going to
have.
accept biology now in the mainstream?
so.
Are they going to accept biology?
Biology's
and accept
coming
it takes
back,
a man and
baby.
a woman to have a baby?
No, Trump's
Wow.
bringing back biology, right? Right, Angie? It's going to be
Love it.
back in the mainstream.
He
Much
said
more
it at
for kids.
TPUSA.
That's right.
Only men
That's
and
right.
women allowed. I love it.
That's
I love that
right.
he even has to say
Great.
that. Like he had to say that on
How is that the
stage.
thing?
I know.
Yeah.
Well, that's that. Can I ask, what do you guys want for Christmas? Because I'm still doing my Christmas shopping. Like after the show, I'm actually like running out. I'm so late. I'm buying stuff. What do you guys want for Christmas this year?
Go ahead, Chris.
I would have to be like the news reporter. Does anybody remember the news reporter in the movie Elf? Does anybody remember that?
I've never
scene where
I've never
the news
sat through more
reporter's
than a
there?
minute of Elf.
Anybody remember
can't-
it? I'm going to be in this alone. The chat
Yeah,
remember.
yeah.
Somebody's going to fill it in. But there's a news reporter at the end, and
Yeah.
basically the little boy takes the book, and she starts
I
reading
remember.
everybody that's on the list and what they've said, and then she gets to herself and she gets quiet, and he reads it out loud, and she
Oh,
gets
boy.
super embarrassed. But yeah. If anybody remembers the scene, that's what I want for Christmas. So you guys will have to watch the movie.
Wait, what does she say?
Yeah, we're not
You know-
Elf people.
All right, I gotta look this up now.
You're gonna look in the chat. Look
I
in the
remember
chat. The chat's
All
gonna
right,
figure
all
it
right.
out.
The chat,
So,
guys,
because
you gotta
the little
help
boy
me out.
reads it
Tell me what
loud.
Karyn wants. Chris, what do you want?
There's nothing I really want. I've never. I every time people ask me that question, I'm always waffling because I have no idea what I want, and then I guess I enjoy a nice cigar, a little bit of
Okay.
bourbon, and a book. Or maybe
about
a nice
cigar?
chess match. A nice
Another, it's empty.
a nice chess match just to relax. That's what I would
Okay.
like. Yeah.
All right, Trixie, you. What can I get you? What is Santa bringing to down your chimney this year?
No snow. That would be really great. I'd love no snow. I hate snow. That would be good. And then probably the other thing would be for everybody to get along. I get so tired of everybody fighting all the time. I hope the division goes away, you know, once Trump is inaugurated and stuff. And I know that's political and I'm not supposed to do that, talk about that, but that would be
we
really
talk about
nice.
political
That,
stuff here all
other
the
than
time.
that, I really
Yeah,
don't
that's
need
what we do.
anything, really.
Yeah, we do.
This is a political show, right, Tony?
Yeah, well, I know, but this is the Christmas one, so I was trying to stop around that.
Well, here's a funny thing. You mentioned it. CNN.
Yeah, but no division would be really nice. I'm so sick of it. You know?
Well, CNN did a story recently
Ooh.
trying to shame parents from giving their kids a gun for Christmas. A lot of kids get a hunting rifle for Christmas as part of a rite of passage, and it's important for young people to learn gun safety. I guess they're worried that they'll shoot their eye out, which is what was told to Tim Walz, I suppose, when he wanted to do his little gun demonstration. You'll shoot your eye out, Tim. But if you want, bring Harry Cision, because you might accidentally Dick Cheney, you know,
No balls,
but a
no
different
balls.
story. Or he might Dick Cheney you.
Does he really
I
hold
just,
a gun like that?
Yeah.
No,
Tony, what do you
well,
want?
No,
He-
no,
he
I
and-
mean, it
he and
looks like
Jordan-
he's running it. It looks like he's using like a what do you call like a battle ram? Like, what are you doing with the gun?
Well,
Let's-
he doesn't do anything with a gun because he's kind of like he's like a Ken doll. He doesn't actually know how to use a gun. He
Well,
pretends.
He's pumping it.
Tim Walz and Alec Baldwin
pumping.
learned from the
Yeah.
same gun safety manual.
So yeah. By the way, before I answer the question that Angie
He's
asked,
pumping it.
did you, Chris? Do you remember Second City TV? And they used to have a takeoff on Captain Kangaroo. It was called Captain
Oh, I remember
Combat,
them.
Yep.
and they used to have they used to field strip Mr. Schmeiser, and as they were field stripping it, went off and shot Mr. Rabbit. It's a great Christmas, very Christmassy thing. So just
Oh, yeah, of course.
So-
I'm a big fan of I was a big fan of SCTV when it came out. That's fantastic. I like the Five Neat Guys. I love Bob and Doug McKenzie, and of course,
Me
we
too.
both
Oh, I got
think
another
that
one here in a second. I
12
want
Days
to
of
bring up.
Christmas.
Let me answer the question. So what I want for Christmas is Donald Trump to dress up like Santa Claus and then take his sleigh and collect up Anthony Fauci and what's her name, the elf at the Treasury, Janet Yellen, and force them to become essentially the tree ornaments at the tree on the North Pole. That's my Christmas wish. I hope
That's pretty
everybody
good.
supports it. So,
Let's make that happen with my magic wand.
Speaking of Christmas, so
There you
one
go.
of my there they are on their way to the North Pole. There they are. That's
Is that
right.
Janet Yellen?
Janet
Is that Janet
Janet
Yellen?
Yellen and yes, Janet and Anthony Fauci, Tony Fauci. They're
I mean, it does sort of look like Fauci, but I actually would have gone so random. But if you were to
The
tell me like
trolls.
who were the two characters, I would have gone with Chuck Schumer.
yeah. Chuck Schumer, he dresses up like the Grinch, and he doesn't have to act for Christmas. Just saying. So
He's got that face, doesn't he? He's got the Grinch face.
you're a mean one,
He
Mr.
does
Grinch.
have he does. He is Mr. Grinch. Yeah.
That's
He's
another
like-
Christmas
and,
movie that
you know,
people
I don't
forget.
think he celebrates Hanukkah either, although he, has claimed at other times.
I think he looks like
He celebrates
the Grand
he
Reaper.
celebrates
creates
he
happiness.
celebrates Monica Lewinsky, not Hanukkah.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
It's different.
Heyo, that's a heyo for that one. A Christmas.
Anyway,
heyo.
so one of the shorts I love,
Yes.
and I post on my social media every year. It's a great takeoff. You all remember the comedy series Mad TV, right? Great,
Yes.
some great
Yeah.
actors on that. So one of the things I always post, which I think is very respectful and funny, is the greatest
Oh, yeah.
action story ever told. Have you guys seen that? So
No.
this is where this is a merger of the Terminator and the greatest story ever told. So the T1 Terminator goes back in time to save baby Jesus and Jesus Christ. So and it's funny. It is and the guy playing Arnold gets it right. There it is. Yeah. The killing is bad. Why? It is. So if you haven't seen it, I'm going to post. I always post
Aw.
it 2 times a year, on Easter and on Christmas. But it's the greatest action story ever told, where Arnold goes back to save baby Jesus. It is funny. It's very respectful. It doesn't go after Jesus. It's very
No.
it's very funny. Just saying.
Oh,
So
I always like the Kenny Rogers Christmas on Mad TV.
Well, and Arnold Schwarzenegger now looks a little Santa Claus. I don't know if anybody's seen a recent picture of him, but I just saw some footage of him
Ah.
walking down the street and he's got the whole like white beard, white hair Santa thing happening, and he was wearing like a sweater, and I didn't know who it was for a minute. I actually thought it was Santa Claus, and then I was like, no, that's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's
Not
right.
Tim Allen.
There he is.
Yeah.
And to quote Arnold, "Screw your freedom," right? That's what he said.
Economic girly men. That's another
That's
one.
right. Yeah. So that's one of the best lines in movie history, though. When he's in, it's not a Christmas movie, but it's a good movie. It's True Lies. When he's
Oh yeah.
did you kill people? Yeah, but they were all bad. So that's great. So
Yeah. So here's a question for all you guys.
Yeah.
The Christmas music, it's been hitting us for a while. What are some of your favorite Christmas classics as far as
Yeah,
that's concerned?
good
And maybe what are the ones that annoy you the most too? Because there's some that I'm sure are overplayed.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't understand why Jimmy Fallon has an entire Christmas
like Great Value.
station.
he
I know,
does.
but-
He does. He has a station on
What?
Sirius FM,
Yes,
and it's
he
just
does.
Jimmy
Fallon
Fallon
Christmas.
songs, and he has an album as well. I'm like, everyone's
What?
making a Christmas album, and I
It's
don't.
true.
I'm all confused because I know they make a lot of money replaying the stuff for a whole month, but like, does he really need an entire station? I mean, talk about cornering the market. I bet Mariah Carey's trying to like boot him out, right? She's
Wow.
had that market for a very long time. She's not going
I
to let
know.
Jimmy Fallon in.
So does the Beastie Boys have their Christmas album yet out?
I think they have a Christmas song though.
Song. They have a
They
song.
might. I'd like to see them do all the classics. That would be
here you
quite
go.
the album.
Oh, wow.
There.
Oh
That's-
gosh.
Wow.
Oh, probably
Beta male, the beta male season, beta male holiday season.
yeah.
Who would
Oh my
listen to
gosh.
that guy?
Apparently everybody on Sirius FM. They're
it's a
all,
stinker.
it's one of the top channels right
And
now.
I still pick him over Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert. Okay, and so
Wow.
he's actually the best of the three. But that's like saying, I don't know, eating a pine needle taco is better than eating a screws taco. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
a
like
whole-
saying you have to pick between a virus, a fungus, and a infection. It's like, I don't know. It's like they're all kind of bad. So I think I'll
think-
say no.
I think Tony and Chris needs to put out a Christmas album. I think you guys would
We
make a
should.
great
I'll bet-
Christmas duo.
We'd have
I'll bet
fun.
we could.
No, we'd have fun. We'd have fun. It
Yeah.
would be fun. So
Here's one that here's one a lot of people love and don't listen. This is the most divisive. They're probably two very divisive Christmas songs. One of them is Paul McCartney's "Wonderful Christmas Time." People love it. I can't stand it. And I know a lot of
I
people can't
hate
stand
that
it.
song.
And-
I heard that the other day on Sirius XM. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, look, I love and respect Paul McCartney. The man's a brilliant genius. But think about this. All right, I have to ask you this question: in what country? It has to be very liberal America, where it takes a full year for children to practice singing "Ding Dong, Ding Dong, Ding Dong." I mean, is this where they get the pull of Kamala Harris voters or something like that? That's all they
my
do
kids sing.
all year long.
No, my kids sing "Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead" regarding Nancy Pelosi. But that's a different-
She's never
Right.
dead. That
Yeah, I
woman's
know.
she's going to live to be 106 and still be in
No,
Congress.
she should
Yeah.
be the topic of Grandma got run over by a reindeer. That's what we should
That's
do.
right.
That should be the
Second
Nancy
most
Pelosi
That
divisive
is
version.
correct.
song.
That is
Oh,
correct.
well,
That's-
basically,
That's the best one.
well,
Yeah.
basically, her Christmas.
That's my
song would be
favorite song.
Grandpa,
I like
hers
that
would be
one.
Grandpa got run over by a hammer.
Oh, come on,
So-
Chris.
Ooh.
Do you think she's going to stay in Luxembourg forever? Is that the
Ooh,
plan?
ooh.
Is that Nancy's plan?
Maybe.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Where's David? Are we still looking for David? What happened to Paul's friend?
When you go to the
David?
bar to get hammered and you get nailed and you get hammered instead.
Oh man,
That's
Trixie.
right.
Ooh.
That's right. Well, that's her husband.
I don't know.
Her husband gets hammered. Just saying. Nancy's husband. That is.
After he was
He's still
looking to
recovering
get.
from that.
Mm.
That's
well,
what I
do it.
said. I said when you go to the bar to get nailed and you get hammered instead.
Well, he didn't go to the bar. The bar came to him. Just saying. At his house. They were doing a lot more than
Well,
hammering.
No.
What else
maybe.
were they
It
doing?
was a good joke though, wasn't
Tony?
it?
Now, on
So,
the
let's get back to Christmas thing. Gary Glitter. That's
on
right.
the
he
good
was
side of the
singing
Christmas
Gary
music,
Glitter.
I like Another Rock and Roll Christmas. One of my favorites. This is a
That's
classic.
right. Gary Glitter.
I don't know that I know
Gary
that
Glitter's
one.
prison album.
I don't know that I know this song. Is this real?
from the
Is this
halls of
You know,
like
it's a
a
great
meme?
Christmas
Am I not
song.
getting the joke?
Probably.
No, it's not a joke.
Oh.
It's a real. It's a big hit. It's a real Christmas song. I love it.
Really?
It's one of my
Wow.
favorites.
Well,
Okay.
good for Gary.
Okay.
He's got to get back on his feet, so to speak. Anyway, so my favorite, two of my
Yes,
favorite
sir.
Christmas songs are from the same guy, and shout out to my friend Dina Martin. There's a hint, and of course it's White Christmas. I mean, not White Christmas. It's Baby It's
Oh.
Cold Outside,
Okay,
and
Mm.
great
also
song.
and he does a great job of
Yeah.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I have to say, I like
That's
his
a good
version of
one.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So there you go. And so Dean Martin. And by the way, Angie, you probably remember this. Karyn and Trixie, you probably remember this about 5 years ago. There was controversy about Baby It's Cold Outside, that it's sexist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, so I'm going to ask. We got 3 girls
Oh, yeah.
here.
And they made the clean
you-
version, and then those libtards made the clean version of it.
Oh,
Like, and it was ridiculous. It was like, I hold your hand only if I have like your consent.
Permission.
It was bizarre. It was a whole thing. There was consent. The whole song was deranged. Who
Wow.
was it? Who was that artist? The chat will remember. John Legend. It was John Legend.
yeah.
And I
He
No,
ruins a
he
lot of
did
songs.
not.
So let's
Oh.
yeah.
Yes. The
Oh,
woke version of Baby
Oh,
It's
you know-
Cold Outside, where, I mean, and I'm serious. It was like, can I hold your hand? And she was like, not unless you have consent.
stupid.
Like, it was unhinged.
Wow.
That just sounds absolutely awful. I am sorry.
Awful.
Now, here's
It's
here's
okay.
actually now here's a
They
real
ruined it.
Christmas. Here's a real Christmas classic, Fairy Tale of New York. Speaking of songs the left ruined, there are radio stations that cut out the part where these two argue because the woman says, calls him, let's just say, an expletive for a gay guy, and in the middle of the music. But this is about a Depression era couple, Irish Depression era couple, having a rough time during Christmas, but they're trying to stay together. And this is it's real. The emotions that come out of this song are fantastic, and it's a beautiful
Is that
Christmas
Donald
song all
Fagan
around.
at the keyboard?
No, that's
Donald
Shane McGowan
Oh.
from the Pogues. It's the Pogues and Kirsty McCall,
Oh.
Fairy Tale of New York, a Christmas classic. There you go.
So, all right. So, and someone else mentioned that great duo of Bing Crosby and David Bowie,
Yes.
Little Drummer Boy, which
Yep,
is
that's
another
br-
great song. I
Yep.
do like that. See, certain
Oh,
songs
yeah.
like that are always nice. Those are
That is a
always
good one.
welcome, and they're not overplayed. But I think that there's so many things. Oh, and so let's go on, since we've talked about songs. Any other songs? Any alibis? Any songs anybody wants to bring up before we go to Christmas? The Christmas specials.
Oh, here's one more. Another classic that I've always loved too, and it's something that they should have paid attention to during the Tim Walz vice presidential campaign. Wall of Voodoo's spectacular hit, "I Shouldn't Have Given Him a Gun for Christmas."
Wow, that's a great song. Well,
This
I
is-
thought you were going to have him come on the show, by the way.
He's been very busy, and we're going to have to work on him coming on another show with us. But he's been very busy. It's hard for him because, again, California people don't like to get up in the
I
morning.
know. So yeah, so folks, I'm going to make the excuse because it's true. Our California rock and roll friends, it's really early for them out there right now. It's like it's hard to get up after you've been out partying till 4 a.m. Right, Chris?
Yeah. And think of exactly. Think about that. And of course, maybe dodging mudslides too, and complaining
Yeah.
about Gavin Newsom.
I'm going to try. So we're going to go to Plan B, and I'm going to try to get at least one of them to do a nice New Year's video for us. I mentioned his name, but I want to mention it again right now. But we'll see if I can get. He's a pretty funny guy. You know, he may have been in a movie called Airplane. So I'm gonna ask.
Oh,
if
Leslie
I can get
Nielsen's
it.
dead, though. I thought. All right, I'm just
Well,
kidding. I know he's
only to you. He told you. that.
Oh,
He told
No,
you
it's a
that.
joke. It's a joke. Come on, people. I'm watching the
funny
chat here. It's
thing.
like sometimes people like take us too serious. Like we're just
Yeah, we
drifting.
we
you
always
know?
joke.
Just,
Yeah,
just chill.
it's hard
This
to
is
tell
a,
sometimes. I guess.
I know. I know. I'm so serious and like that. All right, so let's go to Christmas specials. So I'm going to start off by the one with the Island of Misfit Toys, or is it the island or it's the
It's
It's
the
the
land.
it's the island
There
of
it
misfit
is.
toys, and this is the man who I
Is it
listen
an
to when it
island?
comes to financial advice.
The Isle of Misfit Toys. The Isle of Misfit Toys. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's a Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, classic,
That's right.
classic. You know, I
That's
always
right.
thought that elf looked like David Spade. Well, in recent years, obviously, not when he
It
was
is
7.
David Spade. It is. He's like an immortal. He lives forever. So
That's true.
that's a great. So who? All right. So I started off with.
I like
Come on, let's go
snowman.
around the table
I'm
here.
a
Karyn,
Frosty fan. I'm
what's
a
your favorite
Frosty
special?
fan. Frosty.
What is it?
Frosty. Give me Frosty,
Frosty.
the snowman.
Everybody's
any
taking-
day of the
everybody's
That's a
week.
taking the
great
good one.
cartoon. Yeah. So Frosty's good
Yeah.
because so that's not the one with
That's a
Burl
good one.
Ives. So the one with Burl Ives playing the snowman's pretty good too. That's Rudolph, right?
It's Rudolph. That's Rudolph. Have a
Yeah.
holly jolly Christmas.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, the one I liked was the one. I always liked the one with Gene Autry. That's I'm trying to remember that
Yeah.
one.
That's
He
a
played
good
the
one.
mailman, and that's the Santa Claus is coming to town.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Ooh,
right.
That was a good one. Yep.
Yeah.
You know, and that
Yeah.
show could have been a lot shorter. Remember the Meister Burger, who was
Yeah.
really upset about
Yeah.
the toys? The Santa Claus, when he was younger, gave the guy a yo-yo. If it wasn't for that stupid twirly mustache guy reminding him about the law, that would have been canceled altogether. The kids would have been happy, and everything would have been fine. But no, they had to stretch it out. The guy with the mustache, somebody should have punched him in the nose just
All
to
right.
shut him up.
That's true. All right. So Angie, what's your favorite Christmas special?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Guys, I
It
told you
can't
I
be
don't
Elf.
own a
Can't
television.
be Elf.
Oh,
Okay. I don't know. Christmas came early for me this year on November 5th. So that was a great special.
That's
Other
true.
than that, I mean, I think maybe SNL, like all their stuff every year. I
they
know
get
it's
some
not a
good
lot
stuff.
of woke, but it's still quite funny.
Oh
especially
no,
when-
no. Did
not
you
the
see
early
this?
ones.
They had the box. I don't want to say anything more because I'll be bleeped by Chris, but it's the box with Justin Timberlake. You guys have
No, yeah.
Yes, that's
don't
a good
wanna-
one.
Oh yeah,
I don't-
that's a good
we
one.
can't talk
That's a
about
good
it.
one.
This is a kid show.
And who can
Yeah,
forget
yeah.
Mr. Robinson's Christmas?
Mr. Robinson Christmas. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Oh
like
yeah.
that's as much as I got. I don't know. I don't really, again, I honestly, guys, I just cook on Christmas and I play in the snow. I mean, that's as like I go off my screens for a whole day, and that's what I've been doing. And it's been nice, right? I'm literally in your background, Chris. That's my back. That's what I'm looking at right now. It's crazy.
Oh, you-
Where did
you're-
Karyn go? Did she drop out? Oh
She'll
no.
be back. Sometimes that happens. She'll be back.
I'll
All
be
right,
back.
Karyn.
It's yeah.
Anyway, so all right. So Trixie, what's your favorite Christmas special?
Yeah.
I guess a Saturday.
I'm gonna go with Saturday Night Live one and the skit with Alec Baldwin when he's doing the sweaty balls with the bakery.
Oh,
I have to
yeah.
go with
Yeah.
that one. That one, and then
Yeah,
the
that's
package too. The package one was good, and then the sweaty balls get me every time on that one. I laugh. But the other one too is when it's Jimmy Fallon and the chubby guy, and they're playing the music, and it's dun 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 dun, and it's Christmas time. And then they did it with the Muppets too. I don't know. Saturday Night Live, when it was good, their Christmas special was always the best for me.
Yep.
That was
Yeah, it was
That's
good
what I
back
like.
in the old days. Yeah.
It was.
Unlike, well, maybe it'll be funny again because some of the older
Yeah, not no more.
alumnus are coming back.
it was-
Wow, the good days of SNL. I mean, those were the days. Eddie Murphy. I
So-
don't know. I got knocked off for
Oh,
a second, but
everything
perfect
froze
time to come back
Yeah.
in.
All right, so I want to talk about
I love it.
obviously the true meaning of Christmas is being with people that you love. It's not about gifts. It's about being essentially grateful for what we have. So I want to say something that Angie, add to what Angie said. We've had a great year as a nation, as a people, as a team. Chris and I have been honored to step in for Ed, and Karyn continue to join us since Ed is off literally. And good morning, evil overlord Ed. Ed is watching. Ed is always he's always watching. Like I always have to look up. There's Ed. So, but my point being is that we've had a great year, and it's morning in America. One of the things, I'm a Reagan guy. You all know that. Right? I've got Reagan stuff, Reagan's quotes right there, and we have a new opportunity as a nation, as a people, to pick up from from where we left off and go do great things. And I'm not joking about that. I joke a lot here on the show, but we have an opportunity, and we are part of that opportunity to actually do some things which have to be done to save our nation. So to not make too much of a joke, but I'm going to say it, we have a Grinch in the White House, right, Chris? The
For now.
Grinch who stole the Republic. And we all know what happened. Well, what do you think? So I guess it's my question to you. Do you think, like the Grinch, do you think Joe Biden's going to grow a heart, Angie?
Do I think he's going to grow a heart? No, I mean, I would be surprised if he made it 30 days until, giving keys to Trump walking into 1600 Pennsylvania. I agree with you, Tony. We had a fantastic year. It was magical. It was actually, it was a
magical.
miracle. It was actually, if you think back to what just happened months ago, Trump getting shot, all of us not wearing a red hat without getting battered. I mean, it's such a 180. I can't wait for January 20th when all this takes place. I mean, I think that is the Christmas miracle. It really has to be, because everything that they threw at that man over the last few years and his family, and he made it out shining. And now everyone's coming to his doorstep at Mar-a-Lago begging to kiss the ring. It is incredible to me. And the amount of world respect that he's gotten since Election Day, it's just such a 180. I wrote to Santa and I said, I don't want anything this year. You already gave me my gift, honestly. And I mean that. We are going to have such an American turnaround that I'm shaking. I'm like resting up, because we've got a lot of work to do. You better believe that there's trouble around the corner for him. This is Donald Trump. There's always going to be trouble around the corner. So we got to be there to protect him, to make sure that his agendas go forward. Let's make sure that the first 100 days things get done. I'm looking forward to working with you guys and Tom Holman and anyone else who wants my help. We're going to push on through his agenda, because again, that they're going to try to trip him up somewhere, and we got to just be his angels and just kind of surround him and make sure that he gets it done.
Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful new year if what you said is, a prediction of what's to come. And I want to say also happy Hanukkah to everyone. When you talked about, the light shining from Donald Trump, it's all about the miracle of Hanukkah. And Hanukkah actually starts tonight, like on Christmas, which I think is really beautiful. It shows the unity of
Happy Hanukkah.
Christian values.
Yes.
Thank you. That has built this country. And although I read Jesus Calling every day, I am Jewish and I go to temple, and I believe that we have to come together and we all love God. That is the commonality in this country. This country was founded on a love of God. So what better time than to spend this time reflecting on this holiday, how much God is bringing to us and saving this country. And God bless our coming in president, Donald Trump. I'm there for him too, Angie. And please, God, this is going to be a beautiful new year. And I am so blessed to be on this show and be able to spend time with all of you,
thank you,
and our audience in the chat. Thank you.
Well, I want to second that and expand that a little bit, Karyn, because I've never understood why people don't embrace Judaism and the Jewish faith. I mean, it's all the same God. We're all God's children. And it's like, I've never, and so when we support the Israelis and what they're doing, it's like, we're supporting Western civilization against those who want to literally end Western civilization. They kill us. So it's kind of like, it's an easy choice. It's an easy choice to me. It's like, we're on their side, and God bless. And again, happy Hanukkah for those who celebrate. And I think it's wonderful that we all have this time. And again, we have an opportunity. God is, for whatever reason, allowed for the heart of the American people to be essentially a little bit, I don't want to say it's completely cleansed. It's not. I think we have the opportunity to cleanse the heart of America, to put God back into the spirit of who we are and what we're doing. Because let's face it, the other side is evil. I'm just going to say it. And I've said it here on the program, and I mean it. If you look at their actions, they could care less about children. Once they're born, it's like, we have to save the children, but you don't care if they get born or not, do you? And then once they get lost, did you see Mayorkas? Well, yes, we've heard. The Secretary of Homeland Security is like, yes, we've heard there's missing children, but we don't care. Come on. So it's time. It's time we get back to respecting the basic concepts that made this nation great, and putting God back into the center of things, and understanding that He's given us a massive opportunity, right, Chris?
Exactly. And I
Yeah.
want to answer your question too about Joe Biden growing a heart. It doesn't matter. Joe Biden is trying to burn things down. He thinks he's doing the right thing
Yep.
by burning things down. He's not running the country. Barack Obama is not running the country. I'm finally revealing to you who is running the country, and his heart will
Uh-oh.
never grow.
Here it comes.
This
Here
is
it
the
comes.
king of the deep state right here. This is the man running the deep state, Mr. Burgermeister Meisterburger. He
Yeah.
is the guy. So you
He
can't
looks like
defeat
George
him.
Soros. You're probably right. He looks just like George Soros. Look at
Exactly
the
like George
uncanny
Soros.
resemblance
I don't
between
know.
this and George Soros.
It could be Klaus Schwab. Klaus Schwab is
Could be. Could
way
be.
off.
Hey, it could be John Podesta.
Well, I've never seen John.
He doesn't have a
Podesta
dress
in the
on,
same
though, if it
room
was
with,
Klaus Schwab.
Klaus Schwab. Yeah, that could be. That could
But
be.
this is the guy we're up against, and he's tough.
It looks like Ed Asner too. It could be Ed Asner.
The only thing I like about Ed
Speaking
Asner
of
is he's a
Ed,
Met
I
fan.
think our Ed in the chat, guys. He said
Yeah,
Ed,
it does.
So I have to. Yeah, it looks like he's in the
It does
chat.
look
We're
like
just
Ed
saying, hey Ed. So hey Ed, what's up? Merry Christmas. Lots of love.
I already sent one of those to Ed, so that's all good. All
Yeah.
right.
Amazing.
All right, so we said a lot about today and what it means to us. So I think at this point, man, I'm so we're going to have a show next week. We're going to do a couple shows Monday and Tuesday. We're going to go out on an up end of the year. And by the way, Chris, we are doing the live show. I'm going to be doing it from downtown Edenton. Angie, you've been here, haven't you? You've been
Yes,
here.
I have. I love
Well,
your
Angie,
waterfront.
Yeah, so I'm going to be doing it from our with our friends at the Broad Street Diner.
Nice.
There's probably going to be they're going to have broads there too. Did you know that?
Give my
That's why they
regards
named
to
it
Broad Street.
And
yeah.
strippers.
Well, no
Christmas
strippers.
strippers.
Too early.
Yeah,
Too
there we
early
go.
for Christmas strippers. So we are going to do it. We're going to do
Oh
it.
ho
on
ho.
a week
What?
from today.
Oh, no. Hey-o. That's a hey-o right there.
Oh, there's a good one, Angie.
That was
Nice
great.
one. Angie, that score one for Angie on there.
Joy.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
great.
You won the
So
internet
we are
today.
going
Perfect timing.
We are
Perfect
going to do
timing.
it. Yeah, we're going to do a live show a week from today. No hoes or strippers, but we'll have.
I don't
some-
believe you.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
What is this? The
Well, if
Kamala
you've been
Harris?
here,
Believe a word
Angie,
he
there's no-
says. Don't believe it, Angie.
There's no strippers in
There's always
Edenton.
strippers. Every show there's stripper talk. It's ridiculous.
I know.
This no. As a matter of fact, we
Or
rarely.
hamsters.
We talk more about gerbils,
Hamster.
not hamsters.
Gerbils. Oh, sorry. I got the
That's what we
wrong.
need to do is talk about
Hey, you're getting
strippers
your
and it goes
rodents
off the
mixed
rails.
up.
You're at New Hampshire's, right? That's where you're at. New Hampshire's.
Oh!
That's where you're at.
Look, he's so on your leg. That's amazing.
Fantastic.
Oh, that was great. Oh, that was a good one.
Right, because we live near
Ah.
Gerbil Town in New York.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So anyway, so Trixie, Karyn, Angie, thank you for all being here. I got to do a read for Paul before we go. But anyway, we really do hope that you all have an amazing Christmas. Be careful roasting those chestnuts on the open fire because Tim Walls may want to have his chestnuts back. Just saying, because I think he lost them. So
he
he's
gets a
always
hair
looking for that.
incision.
That's right. That's right. And actually, go out and find a liberal and hug them. They need a hug. They do. They go out and find someone who the pouty. You're going to have the Kamala Harris pouty face, like, oh, don't worry, it's okay.
You
New
just
Year's
make sure-
coming.
Just make sure the patchouli on them is not too strong.
That's right. Be careful of patchouli. If that's an indicator, by the way. If you smell patchouli, I'd go the other way because it could be bad. Just saying. So, not that not that I have anything personally against patchouli. It's just how they use patchouli, and it's very
Well,
dangerous.
Yeah, the farther the radius of their patchouli is, each day they hadn't showered since.
Yeah, patchouli and Birkenstocks. Those are the warning, Will Robinson, warning.
Oh, now I wear
Well,
Birkenstocks.
good. I was going to say Birkenstocks have come back.
So now you're
on
going
trend.
there.
I know,
They
but
are-
you don't have
they are-
patchouli.
But I
It's
don't
the
hug
two
trees
together.
either. So
That's
that's
right.
okay.
It's the two together. It's like patchouli and Birkenstocks.
Yeah, you see,
And-
it
and-
has to work. It has to, they have to be kind of together. That and maybe some kind
Yeah.
of like dream catcher along
Yeah,
the way.
well,
And that Hunter Biden 1,000-year
Well, no,
yard stare.
no. So you can wear Birkenstocks without being a tree hugger. You still wear socks with them.
It's a thing. It's a thing now. They're a trend. They're hot. Birkenstocks are hot now. I do not own a pair, but
No, I've
this
had
is a trending
Birkenstocks
item.
forever, so I don't take
Karyn
Karyn
is-
defensive Birkenstocks here. This is
Karyn,
amazing.
is that what strippers wear in
She loves her
Oklahoma?
Birkenstocks.
Birkenstocks?
No, I actually have Gucci boots on right now.
You
I
said
think
they're
it was
hot.
the same in
You said
Florida
they're hot.
or
No.
Strippers from Berkeley wear
yeah,
Birkenstock.
Florida,
Berkeley
Oklahoma.
Birkenstock.
There's Gucci boots. I mean, that's more my vibe.
I wonder if bearded women wear Birkenstocks and do the thing in Berkeley. That could be a TV series right there.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, get Hollywood on the phone. We have a new TV series for him.
You know what? I'll venture it's going to have a lot. It's going to have
Imagine.
higher ratings than MSNBC, so we're in good shape there. Maybe
So,
Rachel
hey.
Maddow can host that.
Rachel Maddow, Joy Reid, and a bearded guy in Birkenstocks. There's a TV series right there.
Yeah, Mark Cuban.
Man, that is ratings gold. Let's call USA Networking.
It sounds like Congress. It sounds like Congress before we take it back over. It sounds like a recent memory that I had.
And they could have guest appearances by Jake Sullivan as the
Oh, my
boy
gosh.
wonder.
Oh, he's doing the Muppet movie, isn't he?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. He's playing live
That's
action
right.
Beaker, like you said.
Oh my God. And Crybaby.
Did you guys see
Crybaby was a great
Kermit the
movie.
That's
Frog?
funny.
There's a great video before I go, and this is not quite Christmas, but did you see Kermit the Frog was doing letting the days go by? He was dressed up like David Byrne in the Talking Heads, and he did the whole song as Kermit. It's kind of cool,
Hmm.
but
Yeah, I haven't
I
seen
I remember,
digress.
remember he
That's really cool.
narrated Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas.
I missed that. Oh, speaking of Muppets, they do a great job of the Christmas Carol with my friend Michael Caine. Did you know that?
Oh, that's right. That's right. The Muppet Christmas. Yeah, there are a lot of Christmas
Muppet
carols. I
Christmas.
mentioned earlier the Mr. Magoo
I'll
one
be at
on,
the
on
play.
chat.
I'm leaving right after we're done with this show. I'm going to lunch and I'm going to see a Christmas Carol in Oklahoma City.
There he is.
Oh.
See how it is.
There's Kermit the Frog is in the Talking Heads,
Wow.
same as it ever was. Just saying.
Ooh.
All right.
Same
So
as it
all right.
ever
Well,
was.
same as it's not. I got to do the read. So thank you all for being here.
Oh,
Chris, let me do
I
the
love
read.
Kermit.
So speaking
got it.
of Merry Christmas, and then I got to do this for Paul Stone, Paul and Company. Yeah, it's not Paul.
Yeah, I know that.
that's
It's not, yeah, boy.
all right. Here we go. All right. So we're going to end our Christmas season with Paul. Paul. So if you gold and silver, that's another thing we forgot to mention. No mirth. Is it mirth? Is it what they give? But gold and silver is something you need to give your family on this holiday. So reach out and actually do what I think anybody who wants to be secure in the new year will do is talk to Paul Stone and his team about gold and silver, changing some of your resources from fiat currency to solid, reliable things which are real. We're real. You're real. This is real. Gold and silver. So Paul Stone and his team at Colonial Metals, do the scanner right there. Colonial Metals Group, 800-805-4034. You will go right. You will not go wrong. You will be properly and completely happy with going and talking to Paul and allowing he and his team, Paul and his team, to do some things to help strengthen your financial future. No matter what happens on the 20th of January, the movie ain't over. Matter of fact, the movie is just beginning on 20 January, as we're just talking about. We're all grateful for the fact that we have this new opportunity. It's like a new day. The city on the hill and all the different things that I love President Reagan he brought. We now have the opportunity again with Donald Trump to actually restore the sanity and unity and amazing spirit of America all together. And so Paul is part of that. His team is part of that. Be sure and check them out. Paul Stone, 800-805-4034 or colonialmetalsgroup.com/ed-henry. There you go. So thank you all for being here. It's been a great show. Chris, really, sincerely, I really wish you and your family a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you and your family too, and thank you. And it's been an honor sitting in for Ed. And so Merry Christmas,
It is,
Ed, to you
it
too.
is.
Thank you. If you didn't see
Well,
the
Ed
one
and
on chat.
Karen's still here, but yes, Ed and
Yes.
Karen gave us this opportunity.
Yes, thank you, Karen.
So Well, let's hope we can. We'll continue at least for the end of the year. We'll look at what the new year brings. I'm hoping that we will be able to do some cool new things. So we'll see how it rolls. Right.
We have cunning plans, and
That's
it's going
right.
to be really.
So
gonna
be
be
sure
cool.
and go watch. I get no money out of this, but go check out Hans. It's almost splat time. So it's one man's splatter is another man's Christmas Eve, right, Chris?
Exactly, and you know what? That's before what's his name had to deal with Urkel, the cop.
That's right. That's right. The father of Urkel is in the movie too, so he does a great job. So just saying, if you want Urkel without the Urkel, see these.
Can I do that? There you go.
That's right. That's right. All right. So, folks, Merry Christmas. We'll see
Merry
you
Christmas.
guys on Monday. Is Trixie and Company doing a show on Friday? I don't know. Are they or not? I don't know.
I don't know. We'll have to find out from Trixie. On
I guess
this
you guys will find
point,
out.
yeah. So she'll tell you what's going on, and of course, we'll see
She
you on
can tell
Monday
you.
and Tuesday. We have Mark.
right.
We have Mark coming on Monday, by the way.
Oh, that's right. So I've been going back and forth with Mark on a couple things. We're going to have an interesting show. I'll just leave it at that.
Yes.
If you look at what he and Rasmussen has been tweeting about, I'm going to be talking about because
Okay.
I had some experience in what they're talking about. So we're going to circle that square. So it'll be fun. So until
Excellent.
then, Chris and Patriots, Merry Christmas. Sincerely, we've had a great year. We have a lot to be grateful for, and so be with your family. Go, and I'm kind of only half kidding. Go hug some of those folks who you don't necessarily agree with, because
People should do that
they've had
more
a bad
often.
year.
Oh,
So,
you're
yeah,
right
that's
about that, and they're coping. But the fact is, look, we're not going to forget their years of calling us maggots and mistreating us and insulting us and making us sound
We'll
stupid.
take the high road.
But we do take,
the
yeah.
high road.
When they go low, we go high. To quote, I don't know, some dude.
That's
that said
Hunter
something a
Biden
couple
said
years
that, didn't
ago.
he? When they
I-
go low, he goes high. I think that's Hunter. Hunter said that.
Some guy said that some years ago. I don't know. I asked the
Yeah.
chef. Yeah.
All right, folks. Well, Merry Christmas. We'll see you next week.